and welcome to this channel. A while ago I was teaching a workshop here in Kuala Lumpur, and at the workshop were a couple of new debaters that had come from out of town. They had come from places like Pahang, like Johor, like Sarawak, and in these places in Malaysia, debating wasn't as vigorous as it was in Kuala Lumpur. Because in Kuala Lumpur was where all the tournaments were and all the coaches were. And a lot of these people from out of town were telling me how difficult it was for them to get those same opportunities and get better as debaters. They still wanted to compete, and they still wanted to come down to Kuala Lumpur and debate the every other tournament, but they just didn't have the coaching material to help them be competitive at those tournaments. And so I made this YouTube channel. This channel is a debating channel and is dedicated to teaching what I know in the journey that I have been blessed to have had in debating. And what do I know? A little bit of a story. I started debating when I was very young, when I was 14, and for the first I started when I was 12, but I went to my first competitive tournament when I was 14, and you could say for the first 5 years of my competitive debating career, I had mastered the art of losing. You will never meet anybody who has lost more rounds consecutively than I had done. I was really bad. I'm less bad now, but I was really bad back then. And a strange thing happened. When I was 17, I had somehow miraculously, after a long and difficult journey, managed to make it to the national team. And while I have had some wonderful, inspirational coaches before that, only when I made it on the national team, when I was exposed to really intensive, grueling training, that I start to get better. And I got better really quickly. I learned in my time with Team Malaysia that to be a really awesome debater only took a few key concepts and key skills. It was almost like mental judo, where you only had to learn a couple of locks and a couple of approaches to be really successful at it. And because these things seem to me to be craft secrets, to be trade secrets that people with coaches and people who had lots of tournaments had access to, I wanted to do my best to create this channel for free and offer to everybody what I learned and has worked for me. These techniques were incredibly powerful for Team Malaysia, and among many other things allowed us to do really well. And personally, on a personal level, I collected accolades that would have shocked a much younger niche world schools and things of that sort. When I had won, and this is me blowing my own trumpet here for credibility, but when I had won my overall best speaker in the ESL category in 2014 at the World Schools Debating Championships, it hit me like, wait a minute, if I can do this, if like the dumbest kid in school could go in a few months from debating zero to, okay, sort of somewhere, then anybody could. And so it's with that, it's with this full faith that there is debating potential everywhere, that I want this channel to reach out to those who might be willing to listen and might be looking for instruction. Over the next few videos, I will be teaching you everything from the basics to tips and tricks that I've learned along the way to go from a standard, wherever you are at your debating journey, to a world-class or maybe even a world's university level speech. I want to turn your 73 to an 80, and I want to give you all the tips, skills, and techniques you need to enjoy debating and to have the most fun and the most success with it. I'm Nish, thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that this channel won't have many special effects or cool graphics because I don't know how to work a computer, but I will do my best. And hopefully you will learn as much as you can from this channel. It is a very exciting time to be in the Malaysian debating scene. Big things are happening, and may this be a small contribution to the joy and the fun that is happening all around the circuit. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you around.